Lo que esto se me seca, si me ve un poquito raro es porque lo bajé un poquito más de lo normal because my blackheads are like usually like right here on this side of my nose. And I actually tried these on when I first bought them and I had them up a little bit higher. And let me tell you, they worked. I was so embarrassed when I saw what I saw, but that's beside the point. Okay, so that's the reason why it's so low because the rest of my little blackheads over here at the tip of my nose didn't come off. So now we're gonna do it this way. And in the meantime, of course, I'm gonna be doing some diamond painting. Y en lo que hacemos el diamond painting también, les cuento un poquito de lo que me sucedió. I'm using this to like safe keep all my stuff in her. I just started a new one. So por eso es de que I have all of these still sealed because I finished the one that I was working on. And all I did was prep the new one that I was gonna work on next. And I haven't done it because first my son got sick, like throwing up. He got like a food bug. So andaba vomitando y con chorro todo el día. And then like, I think like a few days later, daughters empezó a vomitar. And then yesterday, las dos de mis hijas empezaron a vomitar. Y hoy otra vez, una de ellas nada más con vómito. Y ahorita ya está un poquito más, ya está un poquito mejor. But this is the one that I'm going to be working on. And I just prepped it. I put my little sheets on there. The little sheets, I got them from Hobby Lobby. Honestly, you can use the, what is it? That paper that you use, like when you cook, that you put that paper that looks kind of like this. I forgot what it's called. You can use that too. You just cut out as you go the pieces that you want to use. But I really like this one because I have actually reused these little squares a lot. And I also like it porque all you have to do is just take off a little square and you can work on just that little section. I don't have to be like all extra. And if I can't cut straight, pues no hay problema because it's already cut for me. So we're gonna go ahead and do this little square. Por esa razón, I did not start it. Sometimes like no te cubre todo bien. Like as you can see, like I have like these little edges right here done, like over here. And that's because como ves, like the paper only went up to right there. And right there. And today is my first time that I'm actually gonna work on it. I bought this little case at Hobby Lobby. Ya está todo like un poquito usado, you know? Like, I didn't like it too much. It does have like a little light so you can see more, but it's also not bright. So, and then just like the angle of it, I just didn't care for it. So I stopped using it. Y luego I found this one, which I love. This is the one that I always use. And then I have this right here to separate them as I go. I do have like other adapters that allows me to get more. But to be honest, like nunca quedan derechos and I always have to go back and fix them or no quedan bien or whatever. So I just do it one by one. And yeah, it takes me a while because one by one. Let me switch you guys back a little bit. Y'all I love ¿Ahí? Ahí están más o menos. Y si chismeamos un poquito de mi vida y de tu vida y la vida de la vecina. How? I don't know if this worked. I mean, la última vez que lo hice sí funcionó. No sé esta vez. Oh my god. ¿Les enseño o no les enseño? Es un poquito feito. Estaba diciendo, para contarles un poquito de mí, come from a big family. I have 10 siblings. So I'm the third oldest. I have 3 brothers, 7 sisters. And I have at least 22 nieces and nephews at this point. I still have 2 siblings that have not had any kids, so that's gonna add to the list eventually. Born and raised in California, LA, Los Angeles, California, like South Central, East LA. And then the last place I remember us living at was like literally like across the street from the Staples Center. Like, and the Staples Center is like right here, and then there's like a bridge right here for the freeway, I believe. And then like over here is like some like little apartments, and then like a school. So that was the last apartments that we lived at. And then we went into the system. I got to travel a lot in there. I was a tad bit too much for these people. But eventually we ended up together again. And I feel like now we're just trying to get to know each other and, you know, like really make up for the years that we missed. That I do tell my sisters is like, if we were to do like a reality show, like we would literally be more famous than the Kardashians, because the things that go on in this family are insane. It would be like a good ass novela too, because it's not like the typical stuff that get, you know, you just know that the storyline's like the same, you know, que se enamora del taxista and she's rich and she has her own company. She fakes that she's pregnant y luego se cae de las escaleras. La mamá verdadera o que nunca conoció a su mamá y luego la señora rica que se hace, she gets really close to her because she helped her for some reason or somehow, and then she ends up being like really close to her. That lady ends up being her like real biological mom. That type of stuff. Yeah, that's not happening here. We got like the real like secretos que te vas a llevar a la tumba type of stuff. ¿Qué te estoy diciendo? Got like the real spicy drama. Like for example, right? Like I said, there's 10 of us. There's this girl that hit us up, and by us I mean like my sisters and I. Like she messaged us through like Facebook, I believe. And she was all like, oh, like, hi. And I was like, I don't know you. She texted a few of us, like 3 of us, like at the same time, basically like saying hi and this and that. And we were like asking around because like when she messaged us, she was like, in the message of her saying hello to us, she like mentioned a little bit about us and our mother. And we were like, so we started like messaging each other like, hey, like, do you know who this is? Like us texting each other, trying to see who knew who that was. Some of us were like, oh, she messaged me too, type of thing, you know? Eventually she ended up like saying like, oh, I'm your sister. And we're over here like, what? So she was like, yeah, I'm your sister from another mister. We were like all in shock, right? Because we were like, there's already 10 of us, ma'am. It's like saying like my mom left her behind in Mexico. Like she's claiming to be our sister. And my mom was like, oh, like she's crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about and this and that, right? My mom can be a liar. You know, like those people that are like, yo nunca te pegué cuando estabas chiquita. Like she's claiming to be part of the, you know, like the Pintle Luna Gonzalez Torres, and I don't know who else's last name, I forgot, but, you know, part of our family and stuff. And we're like, we never heard about you. And she like drops a little bombshell more than the one before. And she's like, oh yeah, like, she's saying like our older sister is her sister. So we all thought, right? There's 10 of us. And my brother, my older brother, my older sister, and I thought that we were all from the same father, mother. Everybody else has their own father. But this girl is like, oh, like your older sister isn't really like fully your sister. She's your half sister because she's my full sister. And it kind of broke my heart a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm super close to my older sister, but whatever. I asked my father and I was like, hey, like there's this girl claiming this, and that, and she's saying X, Y, and Z. And my dad was like, yeah, like that is your sister. And I was like, well, how come you never told us before that we had like some sibling roaming around in Mexico still? And my dad was like, well, that's because it's not my story to tell, you know? How rude, you know? But I understand him. I was like, okay, fine. So my dad kind of confirmed, well, he didn't kind of, he actually confirmed that my older sister wasn't part of the trio. Basically, she dropped that bomb, and then she was like, oh yeah, you know, like I have a son, like your nephew. Within like almost the same sentence, she basically was like, oh, can you send me money? And I was like, ma'am, I don't know if you realize what you just came to do over here, but how are you gonna, under the same breath, say that you need us to send you money? I know my dad already confirmed that you are like our half sister, but just because of that, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me go empty out my bank real quick. I still don't know you, you know? So anyways, most of us blocked her. Most of us stopped talking to her because we were just like, she was just like only asking us for money, you know? Only one of our sisters kept talking to her and stuff, and we were like, whatever. But yeah, that's just a little bit of our cheese mess that we have in this family. And I think this is like already long, so I think I'm just gonna cut it here. I'm gonna finish doing this. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you guys will be here for the next update or the next episode of this little crazy life that I've had. And yeah, we'll see what else we can get into.